Hello, I'm Cara, and today we've got a full body stretch for you. So when you're ready, if you just find a comfortable sitting position, crossed legs. If you find this is quite tight on your hips, then you can always sit on a cushion or a block just to lift your hips a little bit higher and make it a bit easier for you. So to begin with, we're going to clasp the hands together, push them all the way forward, really push those palms away from you, squeeze the shoulders in, and then inhale to lift the arms above the head. As you exhale, arms come wide and all the way down by your side. We're going to bring one arm across the body. With the other hand, you're just pressing the upper arm, but notice you're not lifting the shoulder to the ear. You're bringing the shoulder back and down and just drawing that arm across. Good, and we're going to stick with the same arm and now bring the elbow above the head so the hand goes down the center of the back. Some of you, the elbow will be way out to the side, that's fine. And some of you will be able to draw the elbow in towards the middle. And then slow to release the arm. We'll keep the arm stretched to the sky. Bring your hand by your side and then reaching up and over. Nice big side lean, really stretch through the fingertips. And then slow to lift back up. Good. With the other hand, we'll bring the arm across, again holding the upper arm, feeling the shoulder relax down. And again, keeping hold of that elbow, bring it above the head, hand goes to the center of the neck. Maybe you start to draw the elbow in towards the midline. And then when you're ready, we'll turn that into a side lean. So bring the hand down, release the other arm up, and taking a nice big side stretch. And then slow to release back up. We're going to bring the right leg out straight. So the right leg goes straight out to the side. Again, you might be more comfortable with your hips lifted for this one, particularly if you've got tight hamstrings. You're going to push through the ball of the foot, draw the toes back towards you. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, just reach the hand closest to the leg. So your right hand, right leg, down the leg. Some of you, you'll find the shin, some of you the ankle, some of you the toes, and then reach the other arm up and back. Stretch those fingertips away from one another. And then we'll turn it into a bit of a side lean as well. Reach that top arm up and over towards the toes. Good. If you can and it feels good, look up into the upper arm. And then slow to lift back up. The knee of the bent leg, we're now going to lift up and bring that foot all the way around to the other side of the straight leg. Inhale through center, holding the front leg. And then as you exhale, twist away from that knee. Maybe you just hold on to the leg. Or maybe some of you, you'll be able to go opposite elbow to knee to help you twist your body. But I want you to notice your lower back. Are you kind of rounding and slumping into the lower back, or can you sit up nice and tall? If you find you are slumping, that might mean that you want to lift your hips and sit on something higher, or you might be able to just draw it in. Feel the shoulders relax back. Good, and then slow to unravel. We're going to swap to the other leg. So left leg goes out straight. I'm going to swap sides like this so you can see. Left leg goes straight, right knee out to the side. Again, push through the ball of the foot, toes drawing back towards you. And then when you're ready, inhale to lengthen, exhale, reach maybe your shin, maybe your ankle, maybe some of you peace fingers to your toes, and then the other arm reaches up and away. Really stretch those fingertips away from one another. Nice big arm span. And again, you'll find if you slump the lower back, you won't feel much of a stretch. But if you draw it in and stay nice and long through the upper body, then you'll feel a much better stretch for your body. Top arm reaches up and over, turning it into a side lean. Again, if it feels good, look up into the upper arm if you can. And then slow to lift back up. Now again, we're looking at the knee that's bent, and we're going to bring that knee up, bring the foot all the way over to the other side. Inhale, lengthen through center, lower back drawing in, shoulders relaxing back. Exhale, twist round. So again, you've got opposite elbow to knee if you can, or just holding the upper leg wherever your body allows. Good, and you keep lengthening through the top of your head. Nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. Lower back drawing in still, shoulders relaxing back, chin parallel to the ground. And then slow to release back round. We're going to come to a lunge now. So you can start from kneeling. We'll start by bringing the right foot forward. And you're looking at 90-degree angles at the knees. If it feels uncomfortable on the back knee, you can always put a cushion or even a jumper or anything you have to hand just to help it out. And then you're thinking about drawing the ribs in on a big exhale. And then lengthening the tailbone. So you feel the top of the hips drawing back, the tailbone lengthening down. Holding that, you might already feel the stretch on the front of this left hip, or you might be able to go forward a little bit to try and find and feel that stretch. You'll find if the hips untuck, then you can go a lot further, but you won't feel the stretch so much. So try and keep the tailbone nice and long as we hold it. Couple more big breaths. And then release back up and swap to the other side. So left foot comes forward. Again, nice big exhale. Ribs drawing in, tailbone nice and long. And then maybe that's enough. You feel it on the right hip flexor, or you just press forward very slightly until you feel a good stretch for your body. Good, holding a couple more nice deep breaths. And then slow to release back up to kneeling. So we're going to bring the right shin across now for your pigeon pose. So the right shin is coming forward. You can bring the fingertips forward and the shin comes across the mat. Now for most people, this will be a diagonal angle, and you want that right knee to be slightly wider than the right hip. Some of you that are more flexible, you might work more towards having that shin square to the top of the mat, but for most people you don't have to worry about that. You might think about that over time, over months and years. Good, and that might be enough to stay up high, or you might be able to slide the knee back and go down a little bit lower, but you want your hips to be square to both the top of your mat and the ground, so not slumped to one side or the other. Good, you can either stay there and hold up high, or come down to your forearms, maybe even rest the forehead if that's comfortable. And again, focus on your breath, in and out nice and deep through your nose. And then slow to lift back up to your fingertips. We're going to swap directly over to the other side. So just sliding the knee back, bringing the other shin forward. Again, thinking about that diagonal angle. Knee wider than the hip. Inhale, lengthen up. Maybe shuffle the knee around. Find the position that works for you. And again, you can stay up high, or if it feels good, then come down to your forearms. Maybe rest your forehead down, whatever works for you. And again, focus, nice deep breaths as you hold. And then slow to lift back up. We're going to bring, again, the knees back alongside one another. We're going to bring the knees out to the mat width apart. Bring the toes together to touch. Bring the hips back over the heels. And then stretch the arms forward. Rest the forehead to the earth. Coming to a nice wide leg child's pose. Really feeling the hips sink back. The chest sink down. As you breathe, feel as though you're breathing into the whole of the rib cage, so into the sides and the back of the rib cage, as well as the front. And then staying there for as long as you like, but when you want to, just walking the hands back and coming back to sitting. Good, and hopefully you feel nice and stretched out and ready for anything. Good, I hope you have a lovely day and I hope you enjoyed that. And don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other videos.